Hey guys, welcome back to the Canteen. It's Stephanie, your friendly neighborhood barkeep. Please remember to subscribe, hit that bell so you know when I upload more content. Please remember to hit that like button, smash it, and share away here. We share away here full of Star Wars. And hey guys, welcome back to the Cantina. Please remember to pull up a chair. It's lunchtime. Go sit at the bar, order a drink, order some lunch, whatever. So now let's talk. Last night's little diatribe thing about this. I'm going to try to explain it. I got really mad. I got really upset. I haven't really paid attention to assholes who say shit like that to me in years. I don't know what snapped, but it did, and I let him have it. You don't go after me like that. But I want to tell you guys this. I'm not doing this because I'm a victim. When I got sick, that attitude, woe is me, feel sorry for me, went with my voice. And I don't tolerate people who do wave the flag of victimhood. I've been through too much in my life. I know too many people who have, from disabled veterans to guys suffering from PTSD, friends who are suffering from cancer, who have survived cancer, people with other things going on, multiple sclerosis, heart disease, things like that, fighting diabetes. The toughest people aren't victims. They deal with what they've got. I'm dealing with what I've got. If you don't like my voice and say shit about how I look, all I can say is fuck you, because I've got enough, people thinking that of the exact 180. I put it down to doesn't like what I have to say, and the pussy's intimidated. Okay, fine. You're intimidated. You're a pussy. I don't give a shit. What? You have an attitude towards women? Fine. I'm not a feminist, but I also don't tolerate guys who treat women like shit either. Okay? And obviously Spiral Staircase treats women like garbage and doesn't like a woman with an opinion. Okay, so here we go. All right, let's talk about what I was going to talk about. So anyway, let's talk about Bryan Young. He has on my back of my LinkedIn, but I did take a lot of precautions as far as talking to my state rep's office about doxing. And what they do here in Pennsylvania is, if they find out someone is cyber stalking you, let's say you get swatted, Edwin Boyette style, you get harassed, people are coming to your house, leaving shitty phone calls, you go to law enforcement, and if they find out that your personal information has been blasted all over the internet, they will take action and probably link the doxer to the harassment. And that is a misdemeanor, but it's a $2,500 fine and 2 years in prison. Now, doxing in California is, I think, a $1,500 fine and a year in prison. It's a misdemeanor. And I'm pretty sure that if a felony occurs after the doxing happened, because of the doxing, the trouble escalates. Now, the federal government does not have a doxing law on record, but they have harassment laws, they have stalking laws on the federal government. There are federal laws against that. And again, a doxer is basically stalking you. He is basically harassing you. And, again, as Ichibaka pointed out, and I ran with it, I find it hard to believe that I'm a very loud critic of Bryan Young. I think he's a scumbag. I think he's a pervert. I don't know why he works for Lucasfilm. I know for a fact he's still talking to little girls in underage chats. And if that ever comes to light, and that's all public, Disney will launch him off the ends of their feet. Now, they might do a, James Gunn and bring him back, but still. That's my point. I know for a fact he's doing all that. And I know for a fact that the laws in Utah, are pretty specific. And he listed Salt Lake City when I looked on his, because I'm like, what the fuck is he doing? So I went and looked, all right? And there it was, old Bryan Young. The guy already doxed Ruin. Why wouldn't he dox somebody else? I mean, I am assuming this, but I'm pretty sure I'm right, that he was there collecting information. Not that there's anything I've ever done in my life that I need to be embarrassed of. Maybe a couple times when I got drunk in college, or drunk when I was working in DC. Other than that, what are you gonna do? Talk about my ex-boyfriends? Who gives a shit? Anyway, the thing about it is, you have to understand that that's exactly why he was doing that. I have no doubts. He already doxed Ruin. He called a publisher that Ruin was working with. The publisher quit working with Ruin, which is bullshit. Because Ruin was mocking Ryan Johnson, and Bryan Young didn't like it. Well, guess what? If you're a public figure, you are going to have a parody account. Okay, I'm shocked I don't have one. I'm shocked one of the fandom menace didn't decide to do 15 different accounts with my name, or, Jeff Hicks' name, or, Jeremy's got, I think, 1,000 parody accounts. They're funny, all right? And I'm going to say this, like I said before, Bryan Young and the rest of these goons, I assume Pablo Hidalgo, last year about this time he's starting the show, he was just a little victim and he didn't do anything wrong. Yeah, you did, shithead. Yeah, you did. For 6 years you did. But, they're victims in all this. They truly believe no rules apply to them. And instead of, being grown-ups and saying, I shouldn't have said that, I'm hurting the product, I'm hurting my company, I need to knock it off, I need to back off, I have to act like a professional, they're acting like man babies. They call us man babies, misogynist, racist, bigots, homophobes, Nazis, fascists, and we're like, how do you think I'm going to react to that? I'm going to make a video mocking you. I'm going to make a video calling you out. And so is everybody else. Or there's going to be a parody account in your name mocking you. All right? So my thing is, stop it. Just stop it. Okay? You guys think you're bulletproof. And I'm going to tell you, and I've said this before, a lot of people who do the cyber crimes, and doxing is a cybercrime in California, in Utah. It is part of the stalking law in Pennsylvania. It is part of the stalking harassment law, federal law. And a lot of people who are within the law enforcement community and do law have basically told me straightforward that is tiptoeing on criminal activity. Okay, so you might want to stop, because if something bad happens, you're going to jail. Okay, simple as that. It's a misdemeanor in Utah. It's a misdemeanor in California with fines, and you go to jail for 2 to 1 years. Here, if you get caught for harassment and stalking, and you're also the doxer, or your doxing perpetuated this, you're going to get dragged to court, and you might end up in jail. All right, but you will be held accountable. It's not cool. And the idea that you're wasting your time instead of doing your job, exploring Star Wars lore, writing decent articles for whatever magazine you happen to write for, you're wasting your time bothering people who don't like you, because we don't like what you say, your behavior, the fact that we all know you're a pervert. So there that is. So I'm just updating you guys. Get real familiar with the state laws in your places if you're a YouTuber. And I'm going to make sure that other people understand that. you know, I know that the guys at World Class Bullshitters, Mecca Random, Jesse Milestone, Jeremy and the rest, Craig at Reviews for You, and everybody know what the laws are in their states. But Bryan Laybat, the Fancast. But make sure you understand everything about it. Okay? I don't want to wake up and find out one of you guys got swatted. Trust me, if that happened to us, somebody's going to jail. And it won't be us. It'll be the person who called the cops and pretended to be me. Of course, I don't know how. 911 calls are recorded. Trust me. The phone will be, they can link it back to whoever called. And no one else has a voice like this. So if you want to SWAT, oh boy, the cops are going to show up here. My husband and I are going, what are you doing here? There's nothing going on. They're going to hear my voice. 911 operator said we'll say no, that's not who called. Bingo! Someone's going to prison. And I will make sure they're prosecuted to the fullest. And if the doxer who gave the information out gets caught, he's going to prison too. Okay, Bryan? This is Steph signing out. See you around the galaxy. See you around the cantina. Please remember to tip the Wookiee bartenders 20%. And don't start any fights at the cantina. Gunfights, that shit goes outside. No droids, no bounty hunters. I'll see you around the galaxy scale. Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry it was so long. And I'll be back later with another one, maybe today. And I hope you enjoy your afternoon. This is Steph. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Hit that bell for more content. Please remember to hit that like button and share away. We share away if you love Star Wars. And I will see you around the galaxy. Yes,